Greetings, I am Maleficious, and today is the first day of Steam Next Fest, February 24th, 2025. And I'm giving a try to this game, Squeakross Home Squeak Home. Well, the demo of it, in any way. So you might be wondering just what is Squeakross? Well, if you've heard of Picross, then you probably will know what this is. But the game will explain itself. So yeah, first I have to create a profile to claim my free Home Squeak Home. It can edit appearance any time. So yeah, I have to make a rat here. Let's see if I can replicate myself. Gradient, then try, I guess, black fur color. Okay, yeah, and then black pattern color. Skin color. Yeah, that's fine. Body height, I think I'm a bit taller than that. And body mass, a little, yeah, that's about fine. Okay, then, let's see. Oh, they're presets, okay. What are the other line? Hairless, oh no. Okay, well, I'll just go, actually, yeah, plain's probably fine. Huh. Okay. Yeah, so then, let's see, head type. Which of these is closest to mine? Maybe that one. Head size. It's not that big. I hope. Teeth length. Looks about fine, but hey, let's see how ridiculous we can go. Pretty ridiculous. And mouth shape. I mean, I could look through all of these. They're not bad. I'll just go with the default. Eyes shape. Well, I guess mine aren't that big. I like that one. That's pretty good. Eyelashes. Nah, let's leave them off. Iris size. Can drop that down a bit. There we go. Iris X. That's about good. And Iris Y. Huh. You can get pretty good at this. This can be pretty complex. Seems pretty good. And let's go with red eyes. Ear type. Yeah, that one looks pretty close. Although, well, let's see. Those are big. I think that one's probably the closest. And let's see, right ear. Let's see if I can get my scar in there. Okay, well, damage 1 is probably the closest. Ear fur, no, and ear size, it's pretty good, although it could get pretty ridiculous. Ear spacing, okay, that's about fine. Ear fold, oh, yeah, that's probably fine. Snout shape, let's see. Yeah, this one's probably fine. And snout size, maybe lower that a bit. There we go. Whiskers, strange, I don't seem to have any whiskers myself. Let's just flip through these. And we'll do that and drop the density a bit. Oh. Okay, I'll go with that. Then, let's see, tail length and thickness. Turn tail fur off. I'm good with, yeah, maybe a little bit thicker and a bit longer. Paws. No, I have both my paws. And we'll leave claws on. Feet. No, I'll keep them both. Feet sizing and spacing. This is fine. Okay, let's just rename this. And we should be good there. Would it be possible to get... Okay, let's see. Yeah, okay, no way to get the scar over my right eye. Okay, let's just go. And... yeah. Okay. Well, it looks nice for being an empty house. Oh yes, I have some tea here. It's been steeping for a while. Good tea. Hello, so you're the new owner, Maleficious? Welcome home. I know what you're thinking. It looks quite empty right now. Well, I've got just the thing for that. I haven't introduced myself yet. I'm Nine Eye, manager and head of the Home Squeak Home program. I'm here to hand you a copy of the Home Squeak Home catalog. You can order any furniture you want from there. There's one small condition, though. You'll need to solve Squeakross puzzles. I hope you like them as much as I do. Well, I've sunk about 7 hours into this game already, so I don't need to learn how to play this, but hey, let's go through the tutorial. Let's solve your first Squeakross and order a chair. So yeah, right now so yeah, this is essentially a puzzle game. Let's learn how to play. I'll show you how fun it is. This puzzle is a Squeakross, also called a nonogram. The goal is to find which cells have to be filled with blocks to form a picture. You'll use the hint numbers around the grid to solve the puzzle. These hints show the number of connected blocks on a row or column. This hint tells you there are 5 connected blocks on this line. Fill them using left click. So yeah, I just have to click and drag across this line. Well done. This also works for columns. Hint numbers tell you how many blocks are connected. Starting with the largest hints can be helpful. This column has 5 connected blocks too. Fill them. Well done. Easy, isn't it? This hint number is 4, but there are more than 4 cells on this row. This row needs 4 connected blocks, and 1 is already there. Can you find the only possible arrangement? Well, it's pretty obvious. We just have to make a row of 4 blocks, starting with this one, and just go... Let's not revert our hard work, yeah. So, just drag out there. Nice! Complete this line too, please. Neehee. Amazing. You pretty much know how to play Squeakross now. Let's learn a few other concepts. Cells can be crossed too. Crossing cells that cannot have a block will help you move forward. Notice how some hints have turned gray. It means there are no more possible blocks on these lines. Use right-click to cross a cell to complete that line. So if I right-click here, nice. When hints are striked out, that means you have fully completed that line. Add crosses to all lines with gray outline hints to complete them. So we just have to put 1 there, and 1 here, and 1 more here. Well done. As you solve a puzzle, hints change and help you progress. Look at that, we're almost done. Let's talk about lines with multiple hints. Hints read in order from left to right, top to bottom. Each number is a block group. These hints tell you there are 2 groups of 2 blocks on this line. Complete that line by adding 1 cross and 1 block. Don't guess. So yeah, we have to have 2 continuous blocks, which we already do, and then we have to have a space in between both blocks groups, and then another group of 2 blocks. So we have 2 here, we need a space here, and then another group of 2 blocks. You're going to have to finish this puzzle alone now. Before I go, let me give you useful tips about hints. As you saw, hints can have different states. I'll go over them briefly. A dark hint means you can't solve that line logically. Best to leave it for later. Striked out hints mean these rows or columns are done. A gray hint with a white outline means the line is almost done. Adding crosses will complete the line. Finally, the most important one, blue hints. A blue hint with a white outline means that you can logically find at least 1 block or cross on the line. The best way to play is focused on solving the blue hints. The more you progress, the more these appear. You can reveal all of this information in the manual from the settings or the main menu. Oh, one last thing I forgot to tell you about. The absolute rule of Squeakross. You should never, ever take a guess. Never guess, only deduce logically, and everything will be alright. Now finish this puzzle, please. Neehee. Okay, so just a few more things to complete. So we need a column of 4 connected blocks here, which means I just have to fill this one in. And that filled in this completed this row as well if we just do that. And this. And now for this line we just need a group of 1, a space, a group of 1, a space, and a group of 1. And this column just needs a group of 2. So if I just fill in this last block, there we go. And that makes a basic chair. You're a natural. Let me show you how to place that hard-earned furniture. So you can click on Edit or press Tab. This is the Edit mode. You can do cool things such as placing furniture, changing wallpaper, and more. Press Tab to see all furniture you collected by completing puzzles. So if I just click there, all your hard-earned furniture will end up here, so come back often to see what you unlocked. Try placing that chair you just got. So just select the chair, and that placed a chair there. You can exit edit mode when you're done decorating. So we can use left click to grab the chair, can move it around the grid. We've got an 8x8 grid. You can use Q and E to rotate it. If we had colors, we could cycle through those, and we could future press C to clone it, and left click to release. But for now, let's just click done. Well, it's still a bit empty, but it's your home. Try interacting with the chair. We'll see how Maleficious likes it. So just click on the chair. That sends my rat self over to it. Ah, looks comfy. You can do much more in edit mode. Take a look at the manual in the main menu for information. I'll see you soon and enjoy your new home squeak home. Yeah, so that's how the game basically works. You solve puzzles to earn furniture, and then you use that furniture to decorate your house. And since this is a puzzle game, if at any point you get interested in it, please stop watching these videos, because I will be showing the solutions. And I'm just going to have a sip of tea. Now then, we also have a couple of other things here. So the first thing is this mail system, which you can access by either clicking on it or pressing M. And this shows this is our cheese mail. So yeah, we can go through them. Welcome to the game from Albloon, the developer. Hello Maleficious, welcome to Squeakross Home Squeak Home demo. The full game will feature hundreds of puzzles and furniture. We hope this demo will give you a good taste of what the game has to offer. Albloon, games for rodent lovers made by rodent lovers. Nice. And then we also have another from Nini, your first Home Squeak Home. Dear Maleficious, hello, this is Nini from Home Squeak Home. Congratulations again for your property acquisition. You're our first clients. Thank you for your support. I hope you're enjoying your new space. Isn't decorating fun? I love it. And her signature says a Squeakross. Oh, their signature says a Squeakross a day keeps the vet away. Nice. So yeah, we also have a camera function. So, well, a photo mode. So, okay. So yeah, I can use the move the mouse to rotate the camera. Use Q and D to adjust the height. Scroll wheel in and out to adjust field of view. Z and X to adjust the angle. Tab to reset the camera. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, so the room is looking pretty sparse. So how about I go ahead and play some more puzzles. Okay, so number 2 is a cardboard box. It's a 5x5 grid as well. So let's take a look at that one. Yeah, so this first group should be pretty simple. I mean, 5x5 grids are really small and easy to complete, especially when you get 5s. So I just drag this out, and this one. And then we have these 2 columns of 4s. So if we do this, Then I can just put in crosses to complete those lines. Next, I have this row, which calls for 2 groups of 2 with a space between. So if I do that and cross that off, that's done. Now I need just I need a group of 3 on this row, and I have one here and one here already, which means in order to get a group of 3, maybe I should move myself over a bit, because you can see my mouse is, or my rat rather, my rat's self is right behind me. Okay, so that one's complete, so I just fill in these crosses, and now I can just, oh yes, this one's also complete because I have a group of 1 and a group of 2 with a space in between. So if I just put a cross here, then I can finish out the remaining spaces by filling them in. There we go. Alright, let's continue. So now I have the cardboard box available. Let's go back to the house, and let's put one of those in. Let's see. Oh yeah, here it is. Props, decorations. So that put one in, and we can grab this and just put it wherever. Could put one over there, I suppose. And let's see what that does. That confused them. Okay, so how about some more puzzles? So puzzle number 3 is Sunflower Seed. It's also a 5x5 grid. Okay, so a couple of things to think about. This one's a 3, which we can't quite solve logically yet. But there are some other ones that we could, such as this column of 3 ones. And they each have to have a space in between them, so that means I have to go 1, 2, 3. And this row only has 1 on it, so I just fill in the rest of it with crosses. There we go. Next, I can also do this row, which is also 3 groups of 1 each, so I just go 1, 2, 3, place a cross. And I can also manage this row, which is 2 groups of 2 with a space in between, so I just have to go 1, space, 1, 2. And it looks like I've completed this column as well, so I just do that. And this column calls for a group of 2 and a group of 1, which we've already filled in 2 crosses, so I can just fill in those. And that's also got this row in the correct position, so I can just cross those off. And then this column needs a group of 3, and this column needs a group of 1, which should finish off this row as well. There we go. So this is actually a costume piece, which can be put on the rat as well. So let's just try this. Oh, okay, yeah. And it goes right there. Pretty cute. And we can keep it on. Heh, looks like he loves it. Okay, that didn't get us that gave us a costume piece instead of furniture, so let's move on to the next puzzle, the small lamp. Another 5x5 grid. Alright, well, we've got 2 rows of 5 and a column of 5, so let's just fill those out. Now we have this row is complete, so we just have to fill in, the checks. And these 2 columns are also complete if we just fill in the checks. And this should be pretty easy because these 2 rows each need a group of 3, so just fill those in. And that finished it. Not bad. I could plop one of those in the house, but it'd have to go on the floor, so how about we solve this basic small table first? Getting a bit bigger, the grid size is 8 by 8 for this puzzle, so it's going to be a little more complicated than the previous ones. But not that much. We have 2 rows of 8 and 2 columns of 8, so just have to fill those in. And that's also finished a bunch of columns and rows, so we just fill these in with checks. And we also fill in a couple of rows with checks. Now we have, well, each of these rows calls for a group of 6, so we can get that by just filling these in, and that'll finish off these columns as well. There we go. Basic small table done. Alright, so let's go back to the house and plop one of those in, along with a table lamp. There we go. And then we can drag this over to here. Okay, we could remove the lamp like that. Now I'm going to have to put another one in. So just drop it there, and we're done. Let's take a look at that table lamp. Looks like he loves it. And we've got some more mail. Dressing up. From Nini, head of Home Squeak Home. Dear Maleficious, you've just unlocked your first costume. Did you try it yet? You can access the dress-up menu from your home or the main menu. And Game Tips Puzzle Counter, also from Nini. Dear Maleficious, a Squeakross tip for you. Did you know there is an easy way to count cells? That's right. You can find the corresponding keybind at the top left of the screen during puzzles. This button can also be customized through the settings. Check the manual for more info. Okay, maybe later. But we could look at the costume menu, which we're not really going to have much. So there are hats. There's a face slot, which I've put the sunflower seed on right now. And there's also a body slot, which I don't have anything right now. Mousemerizing. Yeah, it does a nice little joke like that. Okay, so let's play one more and get the basic cabinet, although this one's only a 5x5. Okay, so we've got some columns of 5 and a row of 5. And that completed this column as well if we just fill it in with checks. Then we can do this row, which needs a group of 3. That's done. And with this column, it needs a group of 4, so we'll just fill these in. And that's also completed these 2 rows, if I just fill in the checks. And I just have to fill in this one last block. There we go. Basic cabinet done. Hello, it's me again, Nini. You're making good progress. I think you're ready for something more challenging. Let's try a 10x10 Squeakross puzzle this time. This one is perfect. Let's solve it together. Okay, just give me a moment. I want to slide myself over to this side, I think. Because there's a little loading icon on the lower right that well, it varies a bit. But yeah, let's go ahead and do the alarm clock, which is a 10x10 puzzle grid. Yeah, there. Let me guide you through a bigger puzzle. Despite being larger, 10x10 puzzles work the same way as 5x5 puzzles do. Let's solve this one together and learn new tricks. It's good practice to start with the largest hint. You should have no problem solving these. Neehee. Just fill in these 2 rows of 10. Good. Now let's have a look at these 2 lines. We can find a way to add blocks by using a bit of logic. When a hint number exceeds half the line length, the placement of some blocks can be deduced. For this 10x10 puzzle, half the line length is 5, and 8 is bigger than 5. By comparing the overlap between possible arrangements, we'll discover where some blocks should be. Let's picture where this group of blocks, 8 blocks would go if it was on the top. So these 8 cells, and here's how it would be on the bottom. These 8 cells. Can you see the overlap between the two? We can safely fill in the overlap with blocks. So just fill those 6 in. Well done. Same goes for that side. Neehee. Amazing! We can use this trick on another line. Do you see it? This one. 6 is bigger than half the line length, and we can use overlaps to figure out where to add 2 more blocks. If the group of 6 blocks was at the leftmost edge, it would look like this. And this like this on the right. You guessed it, you can safely fill the overlap with blocks. So we just place in these 2 middle blocks, like a true nonogram expert. Now, I want to go over another useful tip to solve bigger puzzles. When blocks are on the edge of the grid, it's often a great place to continue. These 2 blocks match the first and last hints. Surround them with crosses. So just place 1 cross there, and 1 there. Well done. You can add more crosses by looking at the edges of the grid here. Yeah, so both of these start and end with a group of 1, so we can just plop them here, and some more there. Great! You have everything you need to know to finish this line. Yeah, so this is a group of 1 and a group of 1, which we've already filled in, so just fill this row with crosses. Amazing. Remember to always look for blocks on the edges of the grid. We'll try the overlap trick on a line with multiple hints. Let's imagine one of the possibilities like we did before. This is one possible arrangement for these groups of 4 blocks. And here's another. That covers all the possibilities for the left group. Let's fill the overlap with blocks. So just have to fill these 3 in. Good. We know at least 1 cross will separate the 2 groups of blocks. It means this is one of the possibilities, and the other one. You can fill the overlap. So just fill in those 3. Amazing. You're getting the hang of it. With logic, everyone can solve Squeakross puzzles. Neehee. I'm almost done. There's one last tip I want to show you. Lines with lots of hints can feel overwhelming, yet sometimes they're easy to solve. This one looks complicated, right? But if you try to fit all hints on the line, you will discover there's only one possible arrangement. Solve that line by finding its only possible arrangement. So we need a group of 3, and then a space, and then a group of 1, another space, a group of 2, a space, and then a group of 1. So if we add that all up, that's 3 plus 1 for the space is 4, plus another 1 is 5, plus a space is 6, plus 2 more is 8, plus a space is 9, and then 1 makes 10. So let's start with a group of 3, a space, a group of 1, a space, a group of 2, a space, and 1 more. Well done. This works because the amount of required blocks and crosses is equal to the board height. Don't worry if you don't get it now, you can learn tricks like this in the manual later. There's often more than one way to progress. Always follow the blue hints. Checking back on lines you've partially solved before can also help you move forward. For example, we added a block on the bottom row by solving that vertical line. By picturing the furthest apart possibilities, we can deduce the last cell can't be a block. This means the last cell is a cross. Can you place it? So what this means is, this is a group of 6, which means these 6 could be it, or these 6 can be it, but not this one. Great! Can you see how it opens up other possibilities on different lines? That's the magic of logic solving. That's it from me. I believe you're able to solve the rest of the puzzle without me now. If you ever feel lost, remember that you can check the manual at any time. Remember the absolute rule of Squeakross. Never guess. Good luck, neehee. Yeah, so as that showed, that does open up another possibility on this line, because it could be these 8 or these 8, which means I can safely fill in this block. And that means I can place a cross here. Now then, another one I could do is these columns that have 5, 1, 1. So there's a continuous group, it needs a continuous group of 5, and we have a cross here, which means we have to fill in all 5 of these. Unfortunately, we can't fill in these yet, but I can also fill in these. Okay. So that also maybe opened up positions here, so we could have a group of 3, 1, 2, 3, well, Maybe. Oh yes, we also need a group of 3 here, which it could be this one, and then a space, and then... Actually, yeah, because we can't place a block here, it would be a group of 4, so I have to place a cross here, and then I can fill this in. And now this column, we need a group of 3 to start, so I have to fill... So we have 2 here, and I can place 1 here. And now we have a group of 3 on this row, so I just place crosses around it. Oh, okay, I think this one we can now solve logically. We need a group of 3 and a group of 1. We already have a 1 down here, so if I just place a cross there, that does that. And then we have a group of 1 and 1 here. We need to turn this into a group of 3, so I just fill that in. And I can fill those in with crosses, completing that column. And I can also complete this row because it's 5 groups of 1. So I just fill in a cross here, and we're done. Then I can complete this. Actually, I can complete both of these rows because I need a group of 3 here, so I just put 1 here, and then a cross. And then I need a group of 4 here, so I just fill that one in. There we go. Now then, let's see what else I can do. Oh, yeah, this one I think could have been filled in earlier because it's 5, 2, 1. That totals to 8, and then there are 2 gaps in it, so that totals 10, which is the entire length. So I can do 5, 6, and then a group of 2, a space, and then a 1. Also, it looks like I have figured out these columns by putting in these crosses. So this has to be a group of 8, which means I put in a block there. And this also has to be a group of 8, which means I have to put in 1 block here. Done. And then I can also finish this row since I need a group of 2 and then another group of 2. So make 1 group of 2 here, and then 1 here. And it looks like I've also finished 2 of the columns by filling this in and this in. And I should be able to finish this row down here by filling in squares. Okay, so this one is 1, 2, 1, 1, 1. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, we could have finished this one a while ago, because we need a group of 1, a space, a group of 2, a space, a group of 1, a space, and another group of 1. And I can just... Okay, I have 2 columns that can be finished now. And I can finish the puzzle by just filling in here. There we go. Now we have an alarm clock. Hello everyone, Maleficious here. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and maybe leave a comment down below. If you want to see more from this channel, make sure to click that subscribe button and ring that bell for notifications. That's all for now. I'll see you next time.